Hi, third grade Marshall. I'm here to answer one of your scholarship questions, such as telling you guys my current financial situation and why is it important that I receive this funding. But firstly, my current financial situation is super stressful because I have called one of the FAFSA advisors to ask them if I qualify for any grants or scholarships from FAFSA themselves or from any other programs. And I wanted to let them know that, do I also qualify for scholarships because I have a 4.0 GPA? But unfortunately, one of the FAFSA advisors have told me that I do not qualify for any scholarships due to my mother's salary. And it was very devastating because knowing that I don't qualify for any scholarships because of my mother's salary is just super terrible, and it's very devastating, which is why I think that it's important that I receive this funding, because I don't want to make my parents pay out of pocket for my college. And knowing in the future that even though that is gonna benefit me because I'm gonna get a college degree, at the same time, it's going to affect my parents mentally and physically, because I don't want my parents to be in debt. My parents work super, super hard to get where they are, and knowing that if they pay for my college, they're going to be in debt. And that's what I don't want for my parents, because my parents are overachievers. They make sure that their family is okay. They even have to go through mental stuff when working. With my dad, he works with the public, being an MTA bus driver, being with people constantly at 3 o'clock in the morning to 7 at night, or working overtime until you don't get off until 2 o'clock in the morning, and then coming home and then having to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning again and to work again. It's just that constant dealing with public people and having to deal with it. It's very stressful. And the same thing with my mom. She also works with inmates. She's a correctional officer. So having to deal with the mentality of inmates can be very hard on their mental health, and knowing that they have to work so many hours and do countless amount of overtime just to make sure that not only themselves are okay, but to make sure that they don't fall behind on their bills, to making sure that their family is okay, to make sure that their other children is okay, is just a lot for them. And me receiving this funding would help us out tremendously, because I just don't want to see my parents in debt at all. And just knowing that that might potentially happen is just truly devastating to me, because I just don't want that to happen for them. I don't want to increase their stress, and I don't want to put too much on their plate that they already have, with trying to make sure or just trying to keep everything together or to keep everything in place. And I don't know, just don't want them to be in debt, which is why I think it's very important that I receive this funding. Thank you.